Hello Disney fans and welcome back to another episode of Disney Characters You May Not Know. Episode 28, Clopin. Let's get right into it. Clopin, I think I'm pronouncing that right, maybe not. Clopin is a supporting character and the narrator of Disney's 1996 underrated film, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Clopin is the leader of the Gypsies and exceedingly protective of his headquarters, the Court of Miracles. Clopin is unusual for a prominent Disney character because he's neutrality toward both good and evil. One moment he is performing street theater for children that he dances throughout the town as the Feast of Fools celebration is underway, and the next he's about to hang the movie's heroes. Yeah, kinda nuts. He maintains a rather macabre sense of humor even when arranging the hanging of Quasimodo and Phoebus, frequently using head puns and other jokes. He uses puppets in street theater to tell stories, sometimes using one of himself, which he will argue with in jest, and ultimately always overrules. As the movie's narrator as well, Clopin has a great deal of knowledge about Quasimodo's past, seemingly more than Quasimodo himself, suggesting that to know the whole story throughout Paris, he must have a great deal of contacts. Or he's God. I tend to lean towards the contacts one. How does he look? Well, Clopin as a gypsy is tan-skinned, of course, and with shoulder-length black hair, a long nose, and a beard. Very small goatee, more or less. Not really a beard, but doesn't matter. Clopin has two main outfits in the film. The first is his jester-like costume, which includes a fuchsia mask with yellow trimming. The color scheme of his outfit is violet, fuchsia, and yellow. He also has a small cloak with gold bells at the end. On his legs, one leg is purple, the other is bright purple with vertical gold stripes. His outfit while in the Court of Miracles is darker in tone, with the cloak being purple and ragged, the mask notably absent, and the leggings both solidly purple, though there is very little gold trimming. For both outfit, Clopin wears curl-toed shoes, black gloves, and an earring on his left ear, and a large brimmed purple hat, which is slightly, torn. Clopin is a talented performer. He is able to perform many aerobic feats, as well as magic tricks. He is also gifted at singing, seeing as he is the one who sings the bells of Notre Dame with a powerful high D note. So let's talk about his appearances. Clopin appears at the beginning of the movie, narrating to the Parisian children throughout the street and the songs The Bells of Notre Dame, the story of Quasimodo, explaining how Frollo all but murdered Quasimodo's mother and then intended to drown Quasimodo before the eyes of the Virgin Mother, Notre Dame herself. He then explains how the Archdeacon stops Frollo from killing Quasimodo and the cruel meaning of his name. He concludes the song by asking the children who is the monster and who is the man, referring to both Quasimodo and Frollo. Clopin is next seen singing the song Topsy-Turvy, leading the Feast of Fools, and dragging Quasimodo into the song despite his attempts to hide. When Quasimodo is pulled up on stage, it is revealed that he's not wearing a mask, but it is his true face. Clopin hurries to calm the shocked crowd, pointing out, "We asked for the ugliest face in Paris, and here he is, Quasimodo, the Hunchback of Notre Dame." He then leads the crowd in crowning Quasimodo, who plays no part whatsoever in Quasimodo's humiliation. Clopin next appears in far less gaudy attire to sing the Court of Miracles, where Phoebus and Quasimodo discover the Court of Miracles, arranging for the rapid hanging of them both as he suspects them to be spies for Frollo. Esmeralda stops him from opening the trap, and he claims ignorance of their innocence, albeit in a manner that suggests he simply wasn't listening. Unfortunately, when Quasimodo is tracked to the court, Clopin is shown captured as well as all the other gypsies, Esmeralda and Phoebus. His fourth appearance is briefly during the climax of the film, where Esmeralda is at the pyre before Notre Dame. When Quasimodo rescues Esmeralda, Phoebus breaks free and rouses the civilians into action, and Clopin is seen jumping out of one of the many cages that hold the gypsies freed by the civilians. Along with the civilians, they attack Frollo's soldier. Finally, Clopin lifts one of the small children at the scene at the very beginning as Quasimodo leaves the cathedral and sings the reprise of The Bells of Notre Dame as Quasimodo is led as a hero through the streets of Paris. Now, technically, there is The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2, and he does appear in that, but I actually extremely hate The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2. I just don't think it's a good film in any way, shape, or form. So, we're just going to skip. Well, in the musical, Clopin is the storyteller, leader of the Court of Miracles and the Festival of Fools. Clopin does very little for the plot, but he does seem to enjoy regaling the tale to the audience and providing exposition. In his storyteller role, he dresses like an old beggar, which further separates his character into two distinct characters, unlike the movie where he's pretty much the same person for the whole film. Clopin appears as a very rare walk-around character in many Disney parks, that being Disney World, Disneyland, and probably most notably his restaurant, Clopin's Festival of Foods, in Hong Kong Disneyland. But at Disneyland, Clopin, the one in LA, I should specify, Anaheim, Clopin is incorporated into the Fantasy Fair as a dancing figure inside of a large music box in the village square. That was Clopin. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I know it wasn't the best, but don't worry, we're getting into much better stuff. Because episode 29 is, well, let's just say it's not about a good guy. Hell, despite even calling him that bad. Peace out, Disney fans, and have a good day.